Is it me you're looking for?
You know I'm gonna use that. Hey guys, so this is another question.
Answers, questions. Question answer time.
Our last video that we did was pretty much just us answering some questions that you all asked. And after we did that video, we had lots of people ask more questions. So today's video is basically just answering those. Money's massive. It's every second person who asks us.
How do you afford to do this? How much is your budget? How much do you spend? Do you eat out? Are you rich? Are you like...
Yeah, no.
None of the above. How do you afford to stay afloat? How do we afford to stay afloat?
I don't know. It's actually a miracle whether we're still sailing.
Actually, I know there's one really hot tip here. Stay away from the land.
Yes.
We never went without when we were obviously in Australia. We worked and we pretty much lived the norm and had everything that everybody has, I suppose, when you're on land.
When we were on land and had the dream of sailing, we always knew that we wanted to put our money into a boat and not a house.
Which it would be nice to have a house though now.
Hindsight? We wish we had a house that we could rent out and have some income coming in. That'd be fantastic, but we don't. Sailing Indonesia now, and it's way cheaper to live in Indonesia than it is Australia.
You can stay away from the mainland, your budget will be a lot better.
We left Gold Coast, Australia in April the 9th, so which is nearly 12 months ago, and from there we sailed the east coast of Australia for the next 6 months. Australia is expensive if you're ashore a lot. So what we found is if we didn't go ashore like we just said, you don't spend any money.
Well, at the same time, we had to go ashore a little bit on the way up because we weren't actually prepared to cross an ocean when we did leave, and we knew that, and we thought we'd spend the next 6 months heading up the east coast, and when we did get a chance to do some work in some of the ports we would. Not in the marinas, we were still on the anchor, but we had a big list to get done, and we still have a big list on the boat that didn't get done. But we've done enough to get by and to get us on our way, because otherwise we would never have left.
Yeah, so we weren't going to wait until everything was done on the boat to leave. We wanted to go, and we thought we'll get everything done that we needed to get done before we leave Australia. So what happened was we ended up spending a lot more money in Australia than what we would have liked. All of our savings in our bank account, and for the next 6 months we put into the boat and to the needs of the boat and for safety and things like that, so that the boat was ready. We got to the tip of Australia and we hesitated about leaving Australia because of the shortage of money, but we had $5,000 in the bank. We knew that it was cheaper to live overseas in Indonesia or in Asia. So we knew that our costs of living would be lower, and we also, on our 6-month journey up the east coast of Australia, we built up our YouTube channel and our Patreon page, which has helped fund our journey. And because we got our Patreon page to a point that it was going to continue to support us, we thought we'd take that leap of faith.
Yeah. And
we headed off anyway. So it brings us, we're in Ambon, we've been in Indonesia for 5 months, and what you guys are asking for is our budget. Cost of living here is a lot cheaper, like we said, and what we've worked out, our budget is about $1,000 a month.
Yeah, which obviously still blows out at every port because that little list that's still there, and I think as a cruiser that list is always going to be there.
Yes. I made sure he'd stocked up on spares of everything.
Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of spares, apart from a starter motor. And spares for everything, not just the boat, but our diving equipment, like to stock up with all our media to make our own filters. Right down to ding repair kits for our surfboards, to repair kits for the tender, which we've had to use before we even left Australia. It's only just holding in, but it's still there.
It's still there. So when you're sailing on a budget and you've got older things, they obviously need more maintenance more often.
The things we could have, and I suppose we should have put a lot more thought and money into, but for us, and this is not for everyone, but our timeline was our kids too. We wanted to start this journey with our kids, so before they got too old. So that sort of pushed us off the dock and put us on our way.
I guess we do budget in our own way, but we don't as such have we're not very organised in that regard. I don't have spreadsheets and things of our budget and what we spend and what we don't spend. We try and sail, obviously, as much as we can, so we don't use diesel.
So not having like you say, not having a time to be in the next place. If we can sail everywhere, we really try and do that to save on fuel, because that's a big expense, obviously.
We eat a lot of fish and rice. We try and catch our fish as much as we can. Not that we've had much luck over in Indonesia, but
just to eat local, I think.
So we eat lots of rice, and
I suppose to stay away from the supermarkets and the packet food, and there'll always be a local market somewhere, and the local produce is brilliant. It's so cheap and so fresh and so tasty.
Yeah, so we went to the markets yesterday. What we spent
would have been $5-10. So.
$10, and that will last us for the next week or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just we eat tempeh instead of meat. We don't buy meat, and then fish when we can catch it. We did splurge out. We do like tin tuna. We found it here. You're coming to a different country and you want to save on money, just look at what the locals do and what the locals eat, and that's we haven't not enjoyed ourselves. We still go ashore and do things, but again, you can see a lot and do a lot and eat good food for really cheap. The $1,000 that we're talking about a month isn't just our living costs. This is taking into account our fuel costs, our maintenance, and everything else. So over a length of 12 months, we're looking at living off about a $12,000 budget.
Yeah, quite a tiny budget.
It is a tiny budget, but it's doable. It's possible, and if you really want to do, you want this way of life, then you'll make it happen. Like, it doesn't matter if you can't get certain things, because you go, okay, well, look where we are, look what we're doing. It's a great way of living. Is our future plans? What are your plans? Are you planning on circumnavigating? Where are you going after Indonesia? A lot of people are asking. We've got a rough plan. Our rough long-term plan is to circumnavigate the world. If Patreon didn't work, if YouTube didn't work, we were still going to go. It was always going to happen. But what was going to happen is we're going to either stop somewhere along the way and work. Like most cruises do. You sail for as long as you can, you stop, and then you build up the cruising kitty. So at the moment, our plan is we're in Indonesia, we've got another few weeks here, and then we have to check out the country. So we're going to check out in Timor-Leste.
Back in at Kupang.
So we'll come back into Indonesia.
Yeah.
We're here as long as probably for the next 6 months. So see as much as we can. Maybe even go to Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, hang around in Southeast Asia for the time that we have while we're building our patrons even more. Because if it doesn't grow, we will have to stop somewhere, put the boat somewhere, and then go back to work for a little bit, and then come back cruising, which is okay. That was always going to be the plan if it didn't work, but we thought we'd just have a go anyway. So I hope that covers everything that everyone's asking. Okay, next question. Someone asked if I meal plan.
If 5 minutes before dinner's meal planning, yeah.
I don't meal plan. I wish I was organised enough to meal plan. When we're going on a passage, I always go, I'm going to make food before we go on the passage. I'm going to be so organised. I'm going to put it in the freezer, and we're going to have it all. I never do. I'll cook a big dinner one night and think that we're going to have heaps of leftovers, and we don't even have leftovers. Everyone just eats everything that I make. So yeah, no, meal planning, no, I don't. If someone could teach me how to do that, that'd be fantastic.
What question?
Next question is, people want to know how we met. What's our story? How did we end up together?
Many moons ago, I managed to come along on a family camping trip with Sarah.
This is not when we got together.
Actually,
I was about 10.
Sarah's about 10, so I put her on lay-by from then and then on.
He was my best friend's brother's best friend. Well, we didn't know each other.
No, even 10 years old, I got in trouble with the father-in-law. I buried Sarah up to her neck in the sand when we were camping.
My best friend and I were at the beach playing, and these two came along and said, oh, we've got a great idea. Or maybe it was our idea, I don't know. But they buried us up to our neck, and then just left us. I don't even know how long we were in the hole for. Our parents found us, and then they got in big trouble because they'd actually buried us. So we were on our knees and our legs were crossing over, and we could not get out. There's no way we could have gotten out. Anyway, that was how we met. It wasn't until Maybe 10 years later.
Yeah.
So, our 20th birthday, and I was out with a friend, and Lee and his friend were out too, and
the rest is history.
The rest is history. So we've been together for, it'll be 15 years this year. We started chatting, we wanted the same things, and we fell really hard really fast. And I got pregnant with Taj after being together just for 6 months. It wasn't an accident. We actually talked about having babies, and I always wanted to be a mum. If people used to ask me...
And young parents too.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to do.
We had Taj, and then not long after, 20 months later, Bella came along. Everyone, like older people, always ask us, because we meet a lot of older people sailing. They always say, I wish we did it when we were younger. Like, how do you have that perception on life to live now, to like live every day and do everything that you want to do right now? Like, why are you working and doing, saving up and doing it later on? When I was 21, and I just had Taj, or we just had Taj, my mum got diagnosed with cancer, and within 3 months she passed away. So I was really, really close with my mum, and I'm gonna cry. And so I was basically, mum passed away and Taj was 6 months old, and that was a massive lesson for me. It was massive. Mum and dad were the perfect couple that, they were going to work their whole lives, and then dad would retire at that certain age, and then they would live, then they would travel, then they would do everything that they dreamed of, and they didn't get to. So for me, that was a bit of an aha moment, and when I don't want that. I don't want to work our whole lives and never get to that point of not living our dream. And when I look back on our childhood, the things that stood out to me and my memories, my favourite memories, are family holidays and when we got to spend time together. So yeah, we really wanted to create the life that we wanted to live. Lee also lost his dad. So when you lose people that are really close, and you lose people a lot younger than what you think you're going to, it really makes you question life, the universe, and what do you want to do with your life while you're still here and living. So for us, we really wanted to make it happen now, have the time with our kids to look back and to go remember those beautiful moments of us travelling the world. And video, we touched on Lee's, what he did previously, and then people always ask me what did I do before I had kids, which was a long time ago, okay guys, but Taj is 13, so it's 13 years ago. And someone even asked if I was in Circus LA before kids. I wish! Oh my god, that's such a massive compliment, thank you. No, so I've done lots of different things, and ever since I left school, because I just wanted to be a mum, but since I left school, I've never really held a job for longer than a year. Not because I couldn't hold a job, I just got bored, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I'd last till around Christmas time. Christmas time was always a great time to quit, because it was summer holidays and we'd just hang out with family and friends. And so yeah, I did a lot of different things. I did waitressing, hospitality, beauty therapy. I did was a swimming teacher when I was pregnant. And then the only thing that I've stuck at for longer than about 12 months is yoga teaching. So I started teaching yoga in 2010. I got certified, so 8 years ago. And I love teaching yoga, I love doing yoga, and I love practicing. And yeah, my background is pretty much being a mum and teaching yoga. So
another question we get asked is about the name Catalpa. Where did it come from? Well, when we purchased the boat, that's the name that was on the boat. So, long story short, we'd heard a lot of things, not that we're superstitious, but anyone that changes the name of their boat, usually something weird happens. It either sinks or gets run into or something. We've heard many stories about name changing.
It's bad luck to change the boat's name. Yeah. So we weren't real fond of the name Catalpa when we first bought her.
I think it's a South American plant which has a love heart shaped, or tree that has a love heart shaped leaf.
Yeah, and when I found that out, I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. So Catalpa's like our family tree, and it's full of love. So yeah, that's where the name Catalpa comes from. And then making money. So we touched on making money earlier. Making money now, we are trying to look at different avenues for making money so that we can continue this extravagant lifestyle living on a yacht.
Well, we always have the option, obviously, to send poor old Lee back to work. Yeah, I think we've put a lot of energy and to YouTube, which is really our primary source of income for travelling now.
So it is now, and the decision for leaving Australia was because we have that Patreon page and people supporting us, which we're so grateful for, and had no idea that was even going to happen. So that was just such a massive bonus.
Yeah.
It's allowing us to continue our travels, and
we just budget harder and we'll just try and make ends meet, I suppose.
Yeah. So we're loving
way we can.
Yeah, we're loving the support from you guys watching us, making money on Patreon. Everyone, we get the most awesome comments ever,
yeah.
And 90% of the people are positive and encouraging and supportive, and think what we're doing is great. To be able to continue with support from you guys, liking our videos, making videos isn't as easy as it appeared. I actually enjoy putting it all together, and the way I looked at it was, if anything comes from this, it's a bonus. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter, because I wanted to document everything and it's making me. So that's a really cool thing about it. Yeah, we've just been really, really lucky in what we've done so far to actually be able to continue and to be able to live off making the videos. I had no experience previously in making videos at all. I hope I've improved. Making a video, it's a lengthy process, it takes time, and like I said, it's work. So people...
And gathering the content too, well, to sum it up, guys, if you do have any more questions,
write them down in the comments, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you like us sitting and answering stuff,
if you don't, give us the... No, don't do that. Yeah, to sum it up, I suppose just again a massive big thank you to all of our patrons and that anyone that contributes in any which way,
yes,
to supporting our journey.
We should tell them what we've decided.
You gotta let me say this one.
No.
So, no. After the last episode, we had a few issues, obviously, with our generator, which we explained, and we had some really amazing people contribute to helping us towards a new generator. So, thank you very much.
Yes.
But at this moment, we don't feel comfortable with getting our generator here in Ambon.
We made a decision.
So yeah, we did. Wow.
We made it. Yeah, it's very big news. We made a decision. We're not going to get the generator that's sitting in the workshop over in Ambon, because we don't know how long it's been there. Doesn't come with a warranty.
Yeah.
Going to leave Ambon without the new generator. Our generator is working fine. Touch wood. Right now. And because we have to leave Indonesia within a few weeks, we are going to be in Dili or East Timor in around the middle of April. So it's not that far away. If anything, I mean, Dili's going to have just as much as what here does, right? We think, yeah. We don't know.
Well, we think that the postage service too is a little bit more reliable, as I don't know if we said that we've had one parcel that we didn't get arrived to Ambon, so...
We had some mail lost in the post.
Yeah. So it may turn up, but at this stage it's lost.
Yes. And we've also had some really lovely people wanting to send us things. At this point, we don't have an address, but we are heading to Timor-Leste, and there is an opportunity that we'll be able to get mail there. So send us an email if that's something that you want to do as well. There's some really lovely and generous people out there, and we're so grateful for everything that everybody does for us. I know that you feel like we get comments all the time that we love you like a family. We feel like we know you guys, and that just makes us feel so good, and we love you guys. So without you, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. So thank you so much. We truly are grateful for this life that we've created and that we're living, and for it to continue. If you could continue sharing what we do, we want to inspire people to live now.
Outside the box.
Yeah, outside the box, and live now. Don't wait. don't wait. If you want to do something, make it happen. You can create what you want to create, and we just want to inspire people to live their lives the best their ability, and just be happy and do it with a smile. Like, life throws shit at you regardless whatever situation you're in, and I think it's having a positive attitude and living the best way that you can. And yeah, I don't know, that's what I think.
Sounds good, baby.
We were just thank you for watching our videos, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We'd really love to get our subscribers up more, so if you feel like you know somebody who would like our videos, please share our videos with that person and tell them to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and yeah, that's it. If you want to keep seeing more videos, support us on Patreon. If you can't afford to, we totally understand, and that's totally okay, and we love you anyway, but if you can support us, we would be like super stoked. It's also Lee's birthday tomorrow. He's turning 38, so if you want to send him some well wishes, type down below, wish him a happy birthday.
Good night.
He's feeling very old today, so please comment some beautiful comments. And you're a tall, handsome, strapping silver fox.
Going to have a shave.
So yeah, it's Lee's birthday tomorrow, and we're heading off tomorrow. We're leaving Ambon finally, and we're going to go exploring. So we're going to bring you the Spice Islands at its best. Diving, history, I don't know what else, but thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow, we love you so much. Bye-bye.